ghost ships and overgrowth be able to get them where they need to go, or is it going to be Rubik stealing all of those spells and turning them back against them? Could be a thing.
I wonder if you can play Lina now without getting Fiery Soul. Is the Madman gonna do it? Now that the Dragon Slave does a DOT, can you actually just go like 2-1-0 in the laning stage, right? And actually apply a lot of pressure. I've got my notepad out. I enjoy Lina myself, so if this happens, if I ever play Pos 4 Lina, which I don't know when I'll ever do that, my notepad's ready.
I mean, to be honest, in the laning stage, it does sound kind of sick, right? You have like 4 LSAs before mangoes. You can use those to secure last hits or range creeps. You can, put in a little bit of counter pressure too at the same time. If you can get into arcane boots at a decent period, it seems kind of cool. You're just slow as hell.
I mean, I see the vision here. I just want to see it played out.
All right, in the river, XM ready to run forward. Last time they got 4 bounty runes. This time they will not. And in fact, it's going to be 2 apiece.
And we got the same matchup in the mid lane here, but this time you don't have them power for the Kunkka if things start going south here.
That's right. The whatchamacallit, oh wait. You're right. I was thinking about the tree armor, but they do have tree armor at least. Eventually.
Yeah, but they don't have the mag on their team to.
Right.
If Kunkka has a bad lane, he won't catch up nearly as fast with the stacks and them power.
Do you think that there's enough things that maybe he learned playing the matchup that it's going to go better for GPK, or is it just one of those that kind of sucks?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Like, I think the matchup itself looked pretty good up until like level 3 or level 4, but I think at that point, even with tree armor, if it's still hard, it's probably a matchup that you just have to abandon around level 5.
Okay.
So time will tell. Time will tell here. Round number 2 of this matchup, we'll know for sure after this one.
Right. Also seen up top, Tianming taking a lot of harassment from Save. He's already eaten 2 of the LSAs and then just getting a bunch of right clicks. There's a third with Gush already used. That's going to be first blood save. Managed to take it down. That is really big, getting it onto your Lina. And now Lul also in trouble. Does not have any points in the rage. The stun comes out. Anchor smash, a couple more punches. He's going to live. Wow.
My man's got a big stick there, so he's going to live. 7 charges on that one.
How many FSAs are left, dude?
I mean, it's only 100 mana. This hero seems to have 450 mana, so he's gonna pump those out like crazy. I still want to see at level 2 what he decides to skill.
Right.
As he is just gonna stop that camp from spawning there. Gonna sacrifice a bunch of HP, but it's fine. He's got a ton of tangos and a salve.
GPK. Oh, it's got to be frustrating. Just getting hit over and over again. We'll be able to secure the water rune, so not 2 of them going the other way. Well, down bottom, Nightfall going to play Terrorblade 2 games in a row, and just trying to put the hurt on the Zinc Q and XXS.
Man, this matchup doesn't look very difficult on the bot lane. You got tiny Magnus lane. I think your only plays are to toss and skewer people into your tower, but if you manage to hold your lane right where Nightfall has it, you feel like king of the game.
Right.
Because like, even if they toss and skewer your back, it's not in tower range, and at that point you just got some unthreatening melee heroes that are just sitting in front of you, and the CS kind of like dictates that story as well, as you only have 7 CS on XSS, and it looks like with the superior stun advantage, ZenQ will pick up that Lotus. A little bit of something, but moral of the story is here, they're not going to stop Nightfall from farming in this one. And that's always a concern when Terrorblade does get that free farm and accelerates very quickly into that jungling.
I have some bad news for you, Fear. As
yeah, I see it. I don't want to hear
it. The fiery soul, unfortunate.
My theory craft.
No.
No, it's honestly fine. There's one more redeeming thing. As long as he gets Q at level 3. Because then when he'll be able to keep fiery soul stacks up. And I don't know. It was just a theory. I'm not criticizing him for doing this because this is the standard Lena build.
Right.
I was just wondering if he had some new tech that would have been cool to watch.
Yeah. Looks like he just thought it was going to be a good Lena game in general, which fair enough. And XM now chasing down GPK. He's going to force out a torrent and then go on over to pick up his next round of runes. X marks the spot. Still a couple seconds away is down bottom. A little bit of damage thrown out with the reflection, but nothing doing as of yet. Maybe they go for Toronto Tokyo there? No, not going to do it. Yeah, it feels really bad. Doesn't even have toss yet, so even if the tree's a little bit out of position, they can't punish.
Not yet, but he'll most definitely get tossed at level 3, I would imagine. I'm not sure if 2 points in Avalanche would really matter that much.
Right. Pull back one. Has the Avalanche at the ready. Saving it for now. Don't have the damage, though.
I mean, he's so close to level 3. Oh, man.
I know.
If he was level 3 there, they would have got him, but one creep away. That's all it was.
Oh, it did. That broke his... Oh, no, it didn't break his set. Never mind. Toronto Tokyo's still yelling. That's frustrating.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now he's got the point. Oh, Toronto Tokyo is broken here.
Chance? No!
Toss him back?
Is it going to be enough damage? Slowed down. Under tower. He decides to just go in for a kill. It's not going to happen, though. So they do manage to find another one.
That's like literally the only play they can do to get kills. Like,
yeah.
It has to be some toss back skewer type of shenanigans. I mean, it's a fine kill to get, but at the end of the day, you still have to go back to base, right? As Magnus. And Terrorblade's still free farming. So I don't think Toronto Tokyo is sad about that. Nightfall is definitely saying like, yeah, that's good. This is good. I like this. I get solo XP. Everything for me. I'm the Terrorblade.
XM might be caught here. X marks the spot. They find him with the torrent LSA, and XM going to drop. So not only is the lane going better for GPK, but the support rotation this time sets up for kills.
Yeah, it definitely went slightly better for him in this game. Still definitely lost the lane, but I think that's just the nature of the matchup, pretty much confirmed at this point.
Yeah.
And then he's even going to pull the wave there and farm that out and get his farm. And at this point of the laning matchup, it doesn't matter anymore. In top lane, Pure, most certainly going to go down.
Thank you. Takes that one.
And bot lane, we got Nightfall under the tower as well.
He trades over the aggro to his illusion. Nicely played there. Make sure that he's able to get out of trouble. And that's always going to be something he's going to be able to do.
Yep.
XM wanting to hunt and instead just has to run in and get the courier kill. 7-minute mark coming in. XXS stops the tree from stealing one away. So it will be one wisdom rune apiece.
All right. I'm still trying to find some stacks happening for BetBoom team, but it looks like they're not going to be happening this game. Save has been more focused on trying to give Tide a game, but unfortunately, even with the Lena support and all the good things that was happening, it hasn't really stopped low very much in this laning stage. He's still completely free farming, and I would say he is now at the point of the game where you can't mess with the Lifestealer anymore, and it's going to be really difficult. He has the option to go for Infest if he wants to. He'll probably save the point, got some point in Rage. Tide can't really pressure him anymore. He's going to farm on this Lifestealer for sure. And Starter, he's still farming as well, as Treant will just go down real quick. And XM,
heroes.
You know, I got just a quick round of applause here. Not going for Yules this game.
I like that.
I like that as well. Because I think he's going to have to do damage. He has a Magnus on his team, right?
Right.
Anyway, bottom lane.
Oh, a chance? Yeah, Nightfall. He goes down too. So they find one kill on the tree with the Slardar accelerating his game and then taking down the TP. This is definitely already feeling a lot stronger. I think they might camp Terrorblade if he's not careful. He's got to be really sure about where he TPs back in here.
Yeah, he definitely should wait a little bit. Sarter does have a DD. He does have Sunder skilled, though, and there's no RP. So if he does come back to here,
Bro.
he just needs his team to react quickly.
Bro.
I don't think this is an easy kill.
Bro, he has a DD on Slardar. Look at this. Look at this.
I don't know. I don't think this is an easy kill.
Can they get him? Can they get him? The lift, it's not out. Oh, Fear, you were so right. Oh, God. XM, run away. Get out of there. It's not going to happen. Why didn't you listen to Fear? Azure. Oh, that's got to hurt.
I think that's way too risky. He had a Fairy Fire. He had a pretty big stick on him as well. You don't really have RP available, and you don't have Chainstorm. So it didn't seem like a situation. It's very low chance for that to actually work in my eyes.
Gotta either bring more numbers or something else needs to happen at that point. But whatever the case ends up being, it was not enough. Zinq throws out an Avalanche to get away from that Kunkka X. Only a level 2 right now, but it's going to hit that level 3 mark that allows a lot of those kills from Fog.
And this has been so Save is now finally going to start stacking, and it looks like Tianming will join him in that process, just slowing the game down just a little bit.
God, this is my favorite thing to do. I love
stacking.
This. Yeah, it's so nice.
Okay. You know what most people that stack really enjoy? It's not necessarily the stacking itself. It's as a support, you often don't get to hear the sound of money, but when you're the stacker, you get to hear the chings for the first time in your life, right?
Oh, it's so good.
Of like getting that gold from being a stacker.
It's so nice, man. It's just like a little dopamine hit.
You know what's even better? Playing carry and hearing it all the time.
That's fair. That's fair. Smoke up now. They're making another move down bottom towards Nightfall, who seems to recognize the danger that's coming this way. They see his courier, know he's behind. Now XM steps forward. GP, dude, they're bringing everybody. Get the hell out of here, Azure. They do force a lot of heroes. That X marks the spot a little ways away, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch up to XM quite in time. He's just out of range for the X. Another Guardian sprint. He should be able to escape. And yeah, you can throw in the Avalanche to make sure they get out. So that's pretty great. Forcing all 5 heroes down bottom and then getting out.
Oh, that's definitely really good. Yeah, Lifestar is super happy because there's no pressure being applied to him. He's going into the Radiance next, which, okay, I can see some uses for it this game. Of course, one downside is Reflection will give a Radiance of their own, but you can always... Okay, I think Pure? He's going to get canceled here.
Yeah, he doesn't have any way to get out of here. Wants to go through Zinq.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
That's a very sad way to die.
That was pretty hype. I mean, that's the thing, right? That they knew that somebody was going to come back through the gate because they TP'd 5 heroes.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. It was a very good read, but a very sad death.
Yes. Death via Life Stealer at level 9.
Just dying to Lifesteal in general is just pretty sad. All this hero does is right-click you. He doesn't have anything else. He's like he's become the new Wraith King.
Right. Now, we are seeing GPK start to make the move up here. I think this is just to try and clear out the stacks. That's the only thing that you can't allow to happen, I feel like, at this point for BetBoom, is getting the stacks stolen.
Yeah, for sure. I think at that point you're not really in jeopardy of it either.
Yeah.
Because generally speaking, these heroes like Lifesteal doesn't push lanes out quickly, right? You just right-click one at a time. Slardar is alright, Toronto Tokyo will die here. Slardar's a little bit better than usual at pushing lanes because you max the crush now over the bash. So that's something, but still not amazing. And Magnus, yeah, he can push lanes pretty quickly, but he has to do it with his body. And when he shows his body, that means he could die in doing so. It's not very safe. So this isn't a lineup where they can get in there.
He's also needed for the stacks, right? Like, that's the other thing.
Yeah, on the other side. I mean, at this point, Lifesteal can do him with Empower.
Right.
So that was a pretty cool play by Lifesteal. He's like, goes down there, secures the tower, gets the tree kill, gets an Empower for his trouble, so help him farm a little bit faster.
That's what you want to see. But the movement up to try and catch him
Ravage.
here. Ravage, LSA, Meteor Hammer, Laguna Blade, done.
Beautiful.
That was what they wanted. Now the toss back underneath the tower. GPK, is he going to be in trouble? Stolen X marks the spot from Tianming, but they have the Meteor Hammer already there, and now the boat to turn it. You thought you were taking a fight. It's not going the way that you wanted it. Skewer all the way back and out, but GPK still there for the chase. Trying
He's
to
so
bring
tanky.
down XXS, and one last hit. Oh no, it's not quite there in time. He couldn't get it. The X marks the spot instead of a right click.
Yeah, unfortunate, and then he ends up getting chain stunned for it. Guess that boat buff running out there hurting him just a little bit. Now you just have to back up a little bit if you are Nightfall and the gang here. But I really liked Pure that he was like sitting in the spot of the trees where he was just fogged, and once the Lina gave vision of life there, it's almost impossible to react to if you don't see the tide and you just randomly see some like tendrils come out of the ground, right? And then he just gets stunned by that, and they perfectly chain stun that there. Little unfortunate though that they did overextend a little bit and then gave away GPK for that. Otherwise, that could have been a really good thing for the team. But overall, it's just a trade of net worth.
Well, and you know, this is where the Rubik needs to have some of that value. If he doesn't have the X marks the spot right there, they probably don't get that kill. And of course, XXS being in position too. Will X Pure. Now, they do have the telekinesis pullback with the skewer. With more friends coming in, they're setting up on Pure. So Pure in trouble, wants to get out. We're cracking that one, but he's gone.
I mean, double Echo Saber just like slowing him.
Yeah.
Death by 1,000 cuts there, literally. They got the Echo Saber on the Magnus and the Slaughter, just chaining it on top of him. And those actually made the difference. Slows they provide to be able to bring him down there.
4,000 gold lead for Azure. What a turnaround from game number 1.
Oh, for sure. It's looking pretty good for now, and I think the itemization change on XM is already paying off in spades here. Actually being able to do damage and kill heroes, right, instead of just try to survive.
Right. Yeah, and I think also the decision to steal the Magnus away, showing this hero still has tremendous value, not just for the team fight elements, but turning these other heroes that, you know, Slardar, for instance, that would traditionally be thought of more as just like the big, you know, team fight or jump blow up hero, into more of the farming guy.
It's go time, Lyrical. You see those 2 items on your right hand side?
Yep.
Those are big. Double Blink Dagger now online. They had no blinks before this, by the way. They just have Echo Sabers and Tiny walking in. Now they have a blink on both of their initiators. Well, they have 3 initiators, I guess. Slardar, he'll go for one eventually.
Right. Well, and there is still this like sort of slight window where maybe they could wait a little bit longer for Lul. He's trying to get into that Radiance, has the Relic done, but not quite the Talisman yet. So we'll see. But Azure, they're going with the other 4, and Lul's not too far away, so they can take this fight if they want. It's still hard to fight into Ravage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
If they get the right initiation, I'm sure it's fine, but Pure's reading this.
Yeah, they're so ready.
Yeah,
Oh
you don't
my
want to
god,
do
they're
this now.
so ready.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Very
under
good
attack.
that Azure did not take that bait. That's a really good read, though, because I don't think they had a ward that spotted out that smoke. That was just, like I said, once again, game sense. Something that BetBoom is really good at. They have a lot of really talented players, very high MMR. They play a lot of Dota, and they can just feel these things just by how the map is being played.
Right. Well, it does mean that they're probably going to have bought enough time for Lul to get into that Radiance. Kind of an awkward spot now, I feel like, for both of these teams, because obviously Blink Dagger is done. You want to go and fight, but they do also have the mag that can, you know, keep them farming up with the Empower combinations. So it's not like it doesn't feel as bad as some of the other times that we've seen this.
Yep. Definitely going to be totally fine here, I think. For both these squads, they're pretty okay.
They're baiting this again. I mean, the positioning from BetBoom is just really good. And Azure is like, nope, that doesn't look right. We're getting out of here.
I mean, both these teams are doing really good reads, right? Like,
Yeah.
first, Azure is making the play, BetBoom's reading it, and Azure is reading that they're reading, and then decides to back out.
Tower is under attack.
Could
Mind
still
games, a lot of mind games.
Still could be a very contentious moment here. And yeah, I think that the important thing to keep in mind for this too is because of how close this group is in Group A, This is the type of match here that can sort of be the difference between, are these teams top of the group or are they middle of the group? And depending on what happens with Blacklist and Secret, or they may be even out of the group. Like BetBoom obviously look amazing, but these 2-game series, they've been trading off a lot of them 1-1.
You definitely want to get some wins for sure.
Lift.
All right, tied mid.
Skewer pulls him back in. Has Ravage at the ready. RP used, LSA out, but still damage. It's enough. Lul gets the kill. Finally, Pure steps a bit too far forward, and Azure jump on him. And now off to the side, they also get Toronto Tokyo killed. GBK trying to do what he can. They move in now with Save. Trying to find that finish. The Laguna Blade is not going to be enough. Chasing, ring around the Rosie.
Jukes.
Oh, a stun and the kill. Save gets something out of nothing. Much needed deny. The little bitty one. Cobalt Foreman, 26 damage, and every bit of it was needed to kill Save.
Out of like the 100 scenarios that could have happened in that one moment, the best possible one happened for him.
That was crazy.
And I think out of 95 of those scenarios, he just dies straight up, but he gets a kill and then denies himself. That's absolutely insane.
I think this creep has
look at this man.
It has one of the lowest damages in all of Dota too.
But he's amped damage, right? So if he's not amped,
that's a good point.
He wouldn't die.
Bam!
What a monster.
Sick. All right, that's one of those that revitalizes the team a little bit. Gets the guys that denied. Look at that.
I mean, it'd been better if they were winning the game, but still, that's all those little things that help them get into the right direction here.
Right. Well, like you said, winning the game currently 6,000 gold lead. Pure is trying to keep up, but for this Tidehunter, he's just a little bit behind. It's not a huge margin. The Meteor Hammer is going to allow him to keep farming up a decent amount. With that Blink Dagger, he's queuing up the Hex next. And that eventually could make a pretty big difference. Like, Hex to catch the Lycia before Rage is going to be super hard.
Yeah, that's why he's hitting it, because, I mean, I've seen Low on many occasions react. He has fast fingers, right? I think he doesn't want to take the chance of just getting the Ravage off before the Rage. If you get a Hex, you guarantee you get the stun, and then you get the Ravage, and then your team can follow up on it. Because they don't have an instant stun on their team, right? Kunkka doesn't offer any instant stun. Lina also isn't an instant stun. They all have windups, and if you are fast enough or you have enough vision, you're not going to catch this Lifestealer. So getting a Hex in there is pretty crucial.
Right. Trying to get in towards Harpoon. The Terrorblade watch, we're keeping an eye on it. He's about 1,200 gold away from finishing off the Scotty, which is super annoying to deal with. And the Kunkka has finished the Aghanim Scepter now on top of Blade Mail. Azure kind of sitting back comfortably for the moment, waiting to get their items. They've got double BKBs and double Blink Daggers on XM and XXS. Like, if there was ever a time to take a fight, it feels like it's about now.
If you want to, but if you look at the gold graph, every couple minutes they're just like getting ahead by 1,000 gold. So,
I guess that's fair, yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily need to do anything right now if you're already winning, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But Roshan's always a good objective to go for. I think this is more the stable one. Instead of just randomly running into your opponents hoping to catch them, I think the play more times than not has been just do Roshan and then run at Tormentors. But I think BetBoom realized that Tormentors are pretty important, and if you don't take it now, you might never have it if you give Rosh away. So they're going to just claim it for themselves real quick. And give a shard to Lina, which is not a bad shard whatsoever. I think the shard from AR went on Gen Q, which for him is really just a farming tool, which, Gen Q, him getting farm is always great. So I suppose it's not bad either.
Right. No, it's good. And, potentially even, obviously, Mag's going to be giving Empower to a lot of people, but eventually Empower is amazing on Tiny. If he starts getting to, like, the really farm territories, thinking about an Aghanim Scepter or something later, that'd be mega hype.
Yeah. It's a time for Gen Q to queue up the Echo Saber as well to get...
Right.
3 Echo Sabers on the team.
Why not?
Dire's top tower
I'm
is
down.
under attack. Radiant's bottom
Tier
tower
1
is
tower
under
in the
attack.
mid lane gets taken down 5-11. GPK shows for a minute on the bottom wave, and all of Azure start heading down just in case they can catch sight of them there.
Radiant's bottom tower
But
is
yeah,
under
farming
attack.
more of the map at the moment and slowly accentuating that lead.
There's a line being drawn by Nightfall. One thing about Nightfall is, if you've ever seen him play with people streaming, is he talks a lot.
Yeah.
He is like a true carry, like type of captain type of player. He'll tell his team exactly what to do, when to do it, and he'll talk a lot. It gives you a lot of like the Eternal Envy type of vibes where your carry's just always talking a lot. Obviously, completely different type of personalities, but still that type of player that is not afraid to tell his team what to do at all points in the game.
Radiant's top tower
Right.
is under attack.
Seeing Q.
Dire are
Steps
scanning.
forward, blinks, tries to find
He's got a
somebody.
Yules.
Keeps himself alive for the moment. Lul is nearby. They still have Blink
Oh, they
Ravage
use
at the
meta.
ready. XXS trying to bait this out. And yeah, using meta, that should be enough to try and slow down this fight from happening. Interesting.
I'm really enjoying the patience AR is showing. Actually, both these teams. This is just a high quality game of Dota.
Right.
Both teams know exactly what their limits are and what they should be doing. And even though there isn't much action, you can really appreciate that both these teams are taking this very seriously and being very disciplined. That's all we're seeing here. We're seeing tons of discipline because the team that pulls the trigger first in a lot of these situations is probably going to be the one that loses.
Yeah. You need to sort of poke and prod and find moments when something can go well. And oftentimes that's where vision can play the biggest role in a game. Success there, getting caught by an LSA as they come and take away that vision. So, you know, as Azure Ray, you force them into this area, they show up there, then you see them split, then you come in and take back over the side of the map.
Radiant's top tower
It's
is
pretty
under
good
attack.
stuff overall.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, for sure here. And they're just going to use this Lifesteal Aegis to take the objective. And you see now the position they're in right now. That's why there's a Tormentor. If the Tormentor was alive right now, AR would have just taken it for themselves.
Dire's
Right.
bottom tower
And the gold lead would have been even further catapulted ahead.
XMC's pure. They have a haster in there. Amplify XXS. Ooh, buddy. Scary stuff, but they know meta's down, so they're feeling really strong now.
Yeah, they got another 40 seconds here. And no matter how many items you get on this TB, you're never going to just 1v5 the game whenever there's a Magnus in the game. This hero, the reason why he's so frustrating to play against is just you can be put in a position where no amount of net worth can save you, right? If he gets like skewered back and then all of a sudden Slaughter's waiting there with Lifesteal, he could be 6 slotted for all I care in this exact moment. He will still die. So just waiting for TB to farm isn't necessarily going to be a win condition.
Radiant's
Right. They
bottom
need to wait
tower
out
has
this
fallen.
Aegis and try and not lose too much from it, and then maybe take a fight eventually at that point. But 50 seconds still left on it. They're going to start going high ground. The Hex is not there yet for the Tidehunter, though he is kind of close. Watching for a moment, and LSA goes out. The illusions are going to be slowed down. GPK X himself the Torrent to try and buy a little bit more time.
Yeah, he's got to be careful because Tiny has a Yules, right?
Oh,
He
yeah.
X's himself and he gets Yuled out there, he could die. And they've got 17. Okay, they
Toss
found
back.
him.
And the pullback with the skewer. GPK in trouble. Bash, the BKBs are out, and though the water park is going, this is going to be a dead Kunkka. Azure Ray find themselves the kill in 50 seconds. No Kunkka. GPK. This
They
is
do have
not-
Meta and Ravage, though.
Oh,
You
wait.
do.
They just got the Hex. Oh, Tiny. He's going to be all right. Where's the Tide? He's hiding. They don't want to show him yet.
They can kill low, for sure, I think. But there is an RP, so maybe that is a little scary. I think they can kill him.
They've got that Hex. I don't think that Azure Ray know about this Hex yet. This is going to be their big play. They need to find the right moment. Rage is wearing off soon. Ravage is at the ready, still 15. He jumps forward.
Oh, it's
Hex
too
is
far.
there. That's not the play. That's not what you wanted. LSA. Wait, BKB. Things getting a little bit squirrely, and now the control is there for ZQ, but they find one. It's on the Terrorblade. Do they have enough damage to bring him down? They want it now. Ravage used and Sunder for the save. They managed to get out, but look at the reflection. Oh, Nightfall is getting destroyed by himself. Holy moly. Tianming, the player, comes in and finds the finish. Give that man a tip. Stolen Reflection looks so good.
Yeah, especially when he's got an amp damage on the Terrorblade as well, just completely shredding through him. Who would have guessed the game changer on this one would be a reflection steal on Tianming's Rubik here? What a beast. Like, that's something you just can't calculate. Honestly, if you're like a carry player, you can't calculate for the reflection killing you. You're thinking about the RP, you're thinking about the infested lifesteal, you're thinking about the toss back, but you don't think about the reflection stolen on the Rubik killing you. And that's what gets you.
Right. Oh, man. Taking a look at this again. That harpoon play from XXS finding the right target and then, Sunder to try and save it, but oof. It hurts. It hurts. My God.
Reflection. There it is.
And I jump in with the Fade Bolt. God,
The
Tianming's got to
finishing
feel
blow.
so good.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. He played that one really well. Save going to be in trouble. I think he's more than in trouble. I think he's just fish food.
Well, Tianming is not giving up reflection for a while, I feel like. That's one of those you keep till the end.
I mean, you don't have a BKB on TV, so as long as Nightfall forces out his Manta style, there's no dispel for that. Because there's no Lotus Orbs on the field. I mean, Toronto Toki is incredibly poor. He just has a Blink Dagger and Brown Boots. The Lina, you're not going to build a Lotus on Lina. You're going to go for like those nuking, turning into core. Tide already made his choice. He's going to go straight for a Refresher after the Hex. I think that's also correct. So, yeah, Reflection is going to have a lot of value if he can keep it in these fights. And Reflection, Boat, and Ravage, I think, are the big skills. And honestly, Light Strike Array is pretty good, too. There's actually so many good things. Actually, just get an Ags on Rubik. You need more spells. This is an amazing Rubik game.
It really is. And he's got an Ogre Steel Totem on top of Blink now. The one thing that is kind of nice for Nightfall is that he's about to finish his Butterfly. So he does have like some mild protection to this with that evasion that obviously you can't do that much about. But I don't know, man. That still just feels like it's obviously more Agi that's going to be ripping him apart too when the hits do go through.
Yeah, I mean, Butterfly is a really weird item. It's either the best item or most worthless, but it's hold up.
X. Catch onto that tiny avalanche throne. And yeah, they're going to give him up for dead. A wise decision. Don't want to take the fight right there.
Well, that's meta, so they're going to instantly smoke because they know they need to do more with this. Roshan is available. So maybe you go straight to Roshan, but maybe the mind games are turning. They think they're going to go straight to Roshan, but instead...
Ooh, looking for more. Smoke about to break. They see save right away. Lul gets
so
the
fast.
rage off because of it. Because they saw him there. Yule Scepter lift up onto the mag, keeping him under control, but XM is there, and now they're on to Nightfall. Nightfall is in so much trouble. They get him caught with that RP. Wants to run him down, but he does get the Sunder off. He's sundering his own teammates. The anti-Duraccio Sunder as they jump out and find Nightfall. The lift is going to be there again. Pull it on down, GPK. Get the kill. And another tip. Tianming is feeling himself.
Nah, he definitely is. Maybe that's some pub beef. I'm going to make up some drama. You know, they were fighting in pubs. You know, Nightfall. Tianming was supporting Nightfall, and Nightfall was just flaming the shit out of him, thinking you're such a bad position 5, like learn to play. And now, all of a sudden, they get in a game and he's getting schooled, and he's getting the tips. It's a fictional story, by the way. That's not actually... I mean, it could be true, but I don't know if it's true.
I'm going to look it up right now. Actually, I can't because Tianming is not on Dota Pro Tracker, and Nightfall has like 8 Smurfs, so I'm never going to be able to find out. But a movement up towards high ground. The tier 3 tower's about to go down. They connect. Well, the Hex. I mean, this is only onto the Tiny. It's not feeling good enough. And in fact, they're going to throw back in the Tide Hunter. got him caught for the moment, moves in, takes him out. Toronto Tokyo is dead too, gonna buy back immediately, but after such a dominant... Oh, wait a minute, Pure?
Oh,
and
no!
Save comboing together, they managed to find that kill. But now pulling Nightfall out of range. This has kind of all gone downhill now over the last few minutes, as Azure step a bit too far forward and get punished pretty hard.
They still did a lot of damage there, I would say. The next item I want to see on the Lifestealer, no cap here, is going to be an Eaton Aghanim Scepter.
Okay.
And when he's just going to man up on the TB. And when he could either gets in trouble or his rage is out and BKB's out, he's going to just aggressively infest into the TB and disarm him and come back full HP. And Save's dead.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty hype. I like the idea of it a lot, definitely. Reflection is there. They got a couple heroes in the area. Got him caught, and Zinkyu is going to go down. They have an X marks the spot onto Rubik, who's trying to back out of here, but he too is in trouble. But Slardar moves in and has now picked off both of the supports. Can he keep going for more? He's thinking about it. Although, with Gem on the ground, he is going to back away. Roche is up, though. Something to watch for.
Oh, most definitely. This is getting pretty wild now. But I think all in all, they're going to have to go back to their base here, and Roshan most likely will just be claimed by the Dire side here.
Yeah, they're
with the Slardar has an Assault Cuirass right now, so I think this Roshan is not going to be alive for very long, as you see him just getting completely shredded through. No way you're defending that if you are BetBoom team.
And at the same time, you know, this is Cheese, Aegis. XM picks up the Cheese for himself. They get a second Hex on Kunkka, and the other big item that's just gotten picked up is XXS's Refresher. So a lot of big team fight stuff. They're even buying a Vlad's on Tree. Just any little thing to try and help them stay alive. Again, BetBoom, like, they've been trading so many series, they need to come away with a 2-0 if they want.
One of the huge changes of the new patch was Vladimir's offering gives 4 armor instead of 3, so
hey,
could be the difference maker.
I mean, some extra damage too, you know, like, it's a good aura. They need everything that they can possibly get at this point. Oh, but they got to be careful. They got to be careful. Jump in, find one. Hex is there, looking for anybody. Can they find him? BKB already popped for one. The control, he gets him with the RP and immediately on to Nightfall, but not going to be able to take him down quickly enough. They sunder back into Lifesteal and take him down one time. But Save, he's in some trouble. He is going to die
Ravage.
with the Slardar combo, and yeah, that's the save. That's the turnaround. Tianming continuing to absolutely style on BetBoom. Game 1 went to BetBoom. Game 2, Azure comes away with the victory.
You know, Tianming just, like, made me eat my words so hard this game. I